Wallbridge Mining Company owns a district-scale land package in the prolific Abitibi Greenstone Belt in Quebec, Canada. We currently have over 5 million ounces of combined gold endowment at two growing deposits of Fenelon and Martiniere along the Sunday Lake Deformation Zone, the same structure hosting Canada's Detour Lake mine with over 40 million ounces of gold.
Wallbridge purchased a small 1,000-hectare property from Balmoral Resources called Fenelon in October of 2016, which included a small mineral resource of about 40,000 ounces, now referred to as the Gabbro zones. We continued exploration in 2017 and 2018 in this same zone, and while testing one of the exploration targets in late 2018, early 2019, we discovered the Tabasco Cayenne zones and subsequently the Area 51 zones, which earned us the Discovery of the Year by AEMQ in 2020. Our successful exploration results following those discoveries allowed us to acquire Balmoral Resources, which not only owned the rest of Fenelon property, but also owned the majority of the land along the Detour Fenelon gold trend, stretching 97 kilometers from the Ontario border, where the Detour Lake mine is operating. The total land package owned and controlled by Wallbridge is now over 800 square kilometers. Through successive and successful exploration campaigns since the discovery and acquisition, we now have two significant mineral resources at both Fenelon and Martiniere. We proceeded to advance the Fenelon deposit to a preliminary economic assessment, with the results just announced yesterday. The PEA, as reported in our June 26 news release, is based on the mineral resource estimate published in January of 2023, with 2.37 million ounces in the indicated category and 1.72 million ounces in the inferred category. The mineral resource estimate is primarily envisioned as an underground deposit. This PEA is based on the development of Fenelon as a standalone underground operation with a mining and processing capacity of 7,000 tons per day. Fenelon currently has underground infrastructure down to the depth of about 200 meters, which was completed at various times in the past, including the development completed in 2018 and 2021 by Wallbridge. All existing underground infrastructure, such as ventilation raises and the exploration ramp to Area 51, are integrated in the PEA mine plan. In the initial 2 years of pre-production, we will continue to advance the main Tabasco ramp, which is sized at 5.7 meters wide by 5.5 meters high to deeper extents. The ramp system starts in the Tabasco Cayenne zones, and then there will be internal ramps to access Area 51 zones. The levels in the Tabasco Cayenne zones are planned to be 40 meters floor to floor and 30 meters in Area 51 based on the mineralized zone geometry and rock mass classification. The underground infrastructure, including vent raises, will be developed during the 2 pre-production years. All underground infrastructure during pre-production year 1 will be developed by mining contractors. In pre-production year 2, owner equipment and personnel are planned for lateral development with up to 5 development teams. All ventilation raises will be developed by mining contractors. We plan to start production from stopes in the year 2 of pre-production. Mineralized material from these stopes and development will be trucked to surface via the ramp and will be stockpiled within the existing open pit. During these 2 pre-production years, all required underground infrastructure to support production will be put in place, including the paste backfill distribution network. At the same time, all surface facilities, including the mine site, the processing plant, the paste plant, tailings management facility, water management and treatment facilities, and main ventilation installations will have been completed. All mineralized material and waste from the upper areas of the deposit will be trucked to surface using 63-ton trucks. Starting in the second quarter of production year 1, collar preparation and hoist at surface construction will start. Shaft sinking and construction of associated underground infrastructure, such as ore passes and underground crushing system, will start in year 2 of production and will be completed within approximately 36 months. The production shaft is designed to a depth of 1,040 meters. Starting in the last quarter of production year 4, all underground material will be transported via the production shaft using the double drum hoist with 18-ton skips to surface for processing. The average size of the stopes from all zones is approximately 15,000 tons, with about 150 stopes mined out annually. The mining method will be long hole longitudinal method for stopes of 5 to 8 meters in width. This corresponds to about 40% of the stope tonnage. Transverse method will be used for stopes with 8 meters to plus 15 meters in width. These correspond to about 60% of the total stope tonnage. Mineralized material from development will generate about 10% of the total production. The plant will process at an average constant rate of about 7,000 tons per day, starting in production year 1, and will produce an average of about 212,000 ounces of gold annually. The underground system of ramp, accesses, ore passes, ventilation, pumping, and paste distribution system continue to be expanded to extract the rest of the deposit during the 12.3 years of mine life. This PEA only captures the deposit down to 1,040 meters. The deposit is open in all directions, and we see great opportunities to include additional ore tonnage, not only from below the lowest level, but also from additional parts of the deposit that are currently not included in the 2023 mineral resource estimate.